Hello, hello, it's me again, Emily. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's reading, we'll be looking into the first half of 2026 and guidance for the first half of 2026. This reading was requested by Divine Angel 7742 in the 2026 Love Predictions reading. So thank you for requesting this reading. If anyone else has any readings I'd love to see from me, hear from me, then let me know in the comment section. I'll be happy to challenge myself and read into your suggestions. So if you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to like, comment, to tell me what you thought of this reading, and subscribe to see more from me and to support my channel. Alright, so we're heading closer and closer to the year 2026. I have had many big feelings about the year 2026. I feel like it's going to be a very big year of unknowns. I was talking to my friend about it yesterday. It's like things are going to go in a direction that nobody expected it to, or things are just going to blow up more than usual with AI, with things, with technology that is just constantly changing. New technologies are going to make themselves known to us, and it's going to seem really, really random, and it's going to feel like we're going to be catapulted into the future because Pluto is going into Aquarius, or it actually is in Aquarius right now. And Pluto is the planet of rebirth, of regeneration, things dying so that they can come back to life much stronger, like into a new phase of life. And in Aquarius, this is all about innovation, all about technology, how we communicate with the community, with the collective, so there's going to be a lot of innovation with technology and things propelling us into the future. So there's going to be a lot of unexpected things happening in the year of 2026, and it's going to twist our heads around. Like, 1 minute we were in the 90s and we barely had access to the internet. Well, we did have access, but we barely even used it outside, let alone inside. From my experience anyway, I was born in 1993. 1 minute everyone's playing outside, everyone is talking to each other, everyone's making eye contact. Now all of a sudden we have, I don't know, robots roaming around the streets, and we have flying cars and all of that. It's going to feel like a shock to the system, the year 2026 is. I really, really don't know what to expect. I don't know if it's going to be a positive thing or a negative thing. We'll see. I wasn't expecting to say all of that, so it was meant to be heard. For each of your groups, I have written some messages. I haven't done that in a while. I didn't feel called to do it, but today we're doing it. So I'm excited to see what pops up. Thank you for Divine Angel 7746 for requesting this reading. Let's get into it. So over here we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Take your time to choose which group is for you. If you don't hear a message in your group for you, continue watching until the end of your reading, as a message may pop up. If not, choose a different group. Deep breaths in. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4 to choose which group is for you. Timestamps will be in the description box, and let's get to group 1. Hi group 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So this is your first half of 2026 reading, and this reading was requested by Divine Angel 7742. Thank you for requesting this reading. If you're in group 1, I don't know, I'll say this in every group, but yeah. So I will start off with reading your messages that I wrote down before I started filming and even shuffling. So I'll read those first, and then we'll get into your cards. If you don't resonate with these messages, then continue watching with your cards. So group 1, I'm seeing grey clouds, lightning, like you're traveling through the grey clouds, trying not to get hit by debris or comets, lightning, etc. on your ship. So for the first half of your 2026, it seems like you'll be navigating through difficult terrain. It may seem like maybe you're alone in this, so maybe you're alone on your ship, or you have someone to help you navigate through it, because maybe they're your mentor, maybe they're your friend, maybe they're your family member or something like that. But maybe you would want to go through it alone because you want to understand your storm. Oh, I don't know why that threw me back, but you want to understand your storm. You want to understand how to navigate through something alone without holding someone else's hand, so to speak. It's like, this is your storm, this is my storm, I'm very proud of it. It's to get me to the other side. What's the other side gonna look like? I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's like you're growing, and through those growing pains, it's gonna be trials and tribulations. So maybe that's the grey clouds, the lightning, the debris, the comets, things like that. But it's all for you to get to the other side. Interesting. So let's go over to your tarot cards. And just like that, we have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like, this person is independent. Maybe you want to go through it alone. Yeah, this person is on the motorbike alone. So maybe you want to go through it alone. Oh no. I'm getting the message, it builds character, and I'm getting the message of, let's get it done. You're on your own. You want to be on your own. You're like, let's get this done. I'm determined to get through this. You're building a sense of willpower and a sense of inner strength, a sense of inner courage, a sense of independence in the year of 2026. And you don't want anyone's approval. Approval is a big word, I feel. Approval is something that you're not looking for, because you can approve for yourself. You can approve yourself for doing something. You're not going to go to your sister and say, oh, what do you think of this brown bag? Should I keep it or should I take it back to the shop? But you know that you want to keep it because you really love the bag, but you want to get your sister's perspective. But then your sister says, oh, I don't like that bag. So you take it back because now you feel like, oh, does this bag suit me? Does this bag look nice on me anymore? I don't know. And it's like, you have to realize that when you ask for someone's advice, opinion, they are going based off their own projection, based off their own style, based off what they would do. But they won't, oftentimes you'll find that people won't give you advice based off your own situation, based off your own style, because people can rarely step outside of themselves and give helpful feedback, because it's not their style, because it's not what they would do. You know what I'm getting? What's good for the gander is not good for the goose. So what's good for your sister will not be good for you, because you are two different people. And I feel like saying, do you pick up what I'm putting down, group one? Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know why I had to say that, but yeah, we have two dark images and they're both looking at, oh, interesting. So it's dark outside. They're both naked. We have a man and a woman, two women. And they're both in the moon card, they're both looking at the moon. But it's kind of like the moon is a distraction from what's going on here. Down here in the water, there's this woman, this creature coming out of the water, like it's going to get them at any moment. And then here we have two lovers looking up at the angel above and has their heart covered. So it's like some things can be a distraction in the first 6 months. Even this can be a distraction because it's like this woman is kind of deciding, do I go for this man or do I go for the angel who has their my best interest at heart? Because this man is temptation, like the apples on the tree. Am I being tempted by are you being tempted by something in the year 2026, group 1? Yeah. Ace of Wands, are you being tempted? What is tempting you? Anyway, I don't know if that's taken away from the message, but let's go here. We have the stars that needs covering. And then we have the 9 of Wands. And then we have the 7 of Pentacles. The song, Is It Worth It? Ooh. I sang that in one of my other readings as well. I can't remember which reading it was, but I'm kind of getting the message of, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Keep going forward. Because we do have the 7 of Pentacles, which is all about this person is looking back at what she has cultivated over a period of time. And these plants have their flowers, and this person is wondering, should I take these pentacles off, or should I allow them to grow even more to see what it becomes? You have to have patience for what is happening over the first 6 months of 2026, because if you take this off too soon, maybe the plant will suffer for it. If you will keep them on the plant, maybe it will grow even more, and then even more can grow. It's kind of like a roulette game. Oh, it's kind of like you're playing roulette. Like, if I keep going, will the same thing happen again and again and again? Like, this person has an open heart still. This person has a bandage around her head and on her hands, and she looks like she is on her guard. But it looks like she's willing to keep moving forward. Yeah, it's important that you keep moving forward with the star, because you can see ahead. You have foresight over the next 6 months. And to have that foresight is to have hope. Have hope that this plant will keep growing and will evolve into something spectacular. This 9 of Wands has hope that things won't always be like this. To keep going, to have the faith that if I keep going, then these 9 of Wands will lessen, and it will become the Ace of Wands, where inspiration comes to me and I will feel free from whatever has been limiting me, from these boundaries. So it's all about having foresight and having hope, and not being attached to how the plant will grow over time, not being attached to what the plant will actually look like. Will it grow even prettier? Will it grow uglier? Will it grow yellow? Will it become greener? What will it look like? We don't know. So it's important to detach yourself from the end goal or the end game, and just admire what you have now, and keep growing, keep moving, keep going. Because I did see the grey clouds, lightning, traveling through grey clouds, trying not to get hit. Like, you're trying not to try not to doubt yourself. Try not to doubt your knowledge. Try not to doubt your vision, because it's all there for a reason. Group 1, it's all there for a reason. You are here for a reason. You are standing here looking back at what you have done for a reason. It's to make sure something is healthy. It's to make sure that you are growing quality stock, and not something that will last for a year. You want something that will last for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, Yeah, I was just about to go on with that message, but then I was kind of stopped. So let me just see what other messages we can pop out of this deck. What messages do we have for group 1? What guidance for the first 6 months of 2026? Is it worth it? Okay, so we have the King of Shells, harmony, integrity. We have the Page of Crystals, ideas, discipline. You got to discipline yourself. You know, the fox is very strategic. They watch from afar and then they'll come in closer to see if they're safe, to see if, you know, are you who you say you are? Are you giving me what you say you're giving me? So it's important to have your eyes open. Observe, analyze the situation, observe the situation, and see if it's worth to go ahead, to keep growing, to keep moving forward, to keep pouring into something. And then we have the Ten of Crystals, stability, attainment. You know, when you go to a body of water, you don't know what's inside of the body of water. This crocodile is going into the water, and if you are in an unknown place and you're looking at the body of water and you decide, oh, I'm gonna go into the water, I don't know what's inside, I'm just gonna take a risk. It's important to take a risk. Am I getting that? I don't know. No, not risk. You don't see the crocodile in the water because they are submerged in the water. You won't know that they're there until it's too late. So it's kind of like you don't know what this plant is going to become until it's too late. I don't know what that message of it's too late is. Like, it's too late, like, what is this I'm seeing? Okay, bear with me, group one, while I get this message. It's like what you want is kind of minutes away. You're seeing it from afar, but you're not seeing it clearly because maybe your vision is blurred because you're short-sighted. Maybe it's covered, so you got to uncover it. So that's kind of what I mean by you don't know what it is until it's too late. Like it's it's blurry or it's covered and you gotta uncover it, and then you're like, oh my god, that's mine. Do I like it? Do I not like it? I don't know. Is this message even making sense? I don't even know. But it's like the Page of Crystals. They need to know what they're getting into with the fox. So you're being strategic by looking from afar. But sometimes you don't know what you're getting. Even if you're looking from afar, you can see what's happening. But then you have to submerge yourself into the water to see that if what you have observed is correct. Wow, this is a very cryptic message. Okay. And it's like once you do submerge yourself, you'll be pleasantly surprised that this crocodile isn't going to hurt you. It's a friendly crocodile. It's the first friendly crocodile you've ever encountered. And it's like, wow, this is such a surprise. So you don't know what you're getting until it's too late. Because this crocodile could be unfriendly and it could bite your leg. Or it could be very friendly and it could tap you on the shoulder and be like, hello, welcome to my home, which is the water. You know, so just keep going. Keep going is the message. Okay. Wow. Okay, let's go to your oracle cards. We have Day Moon, love, protection, process your feelings. How do you feel? when you love something, you have to protect it at all costs. Because if you don't, then it's just gonna wither. Like the plants, you gotta pay attention to the plants. What do the plants need? Like, what do you need? How can you get what you need? What do you feel like you need right now? Pay attention to that. You know, I'm getting kind of like the Emperor and the Empress vibes. So they are connected, like they are counterparts. They are counterparts. Something is one in the same. Group one, your messages are very cryptic today. I'm like, how do I even interpret this thing? I don't know, but bear with me. The Empress is all about love, all about being caring and creative. Oh, yeah, it's about being creative with how you move forward over the next 6 months and how you protect it like the Emperor. The Emperor is all about planning, all about backups after backups. Like, if plan A doesn't work, then plan B will work, surely. If plan B doesn't work, then plan C will work, surely. And that goes with the observing and analyzing your situation. Like, do I need to change something? Is what I'm observing correct, or am I being bamboozled? Because we do have the moon here. So what something could actually look like from afar isn't what it's going to look like up close. It's not going to be what you thought it would be and how you thought it would be experienced. So sometimes you just have to get in to experience something and process your feelings while you're there, because you can feel all kinds of things while you're the fox at this distance. You could think to yourself, oh, I feel like I'm safe, I feel like I'm unsafe, I feel this, I feel that. But how are you going to know how you're actually going to feel in something if you don't immerse yourself in it first? Because what you first thought something will be isn't what it's going to actually be like. It's kind of like when you look at someone and you see that they have a mean face, like they're standoffish and you don't want to talk to them, but then you start talking to them and they're the funniest person you've ever met. So it's kind of like, what are you going to do? Stand far away and kind of guess how something is going to go and guess how you're going to feel, how you're going to think? Or are you going to just go with it, go into it again with the 9 of Wands and experience it and see that you actually love it, instead of guessing, oh, I might love this, oh, I might hate this, oh, I might this, oh, I might that. No, you got to go into it, feel it, experience it, immerse yourself in it like the crocodile. This feels really powerful, group one. I feel this. Wow. And let's go over to your last card, love. Wreath sorrow over loss. Rat, someone working against you behind your back. And rooster, arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Did I not say something about advice? I think I did at the beginning of your reading. So, advice, what's good for the gander is not good for the goose. So what's good for your sister, as I was saying before at the beginning of your reading, what's good for your sister won't necessarily be good for you. So maybe something that someone says kind of puts you on guard or kind of makes you want to observe before you go into a situation. But it's like people can put doubt within you for no apparent reason because they feel the fear already. So then they must put it onto you. They must project it onto you because their voice is louder. But you need to separate yourself from your sister. Separate yourself from the gander because you are the goose. And it's like, you'll figure out what you actually love in the end if only you submerge yourself in it where no one else is, because maybe this is everyone else. Maybe they're judging you for going against them, their advice, or maybe they're wondering, why are you over there? Everyone else is over here, but you're over there. You need to come back here. But no, you don't need to, because you love being submerged in this body of water with the friendly crocodile. Because what everyone else thinks, oh, that crocodile is going to bite you, because they think that this crocodile is like every other crocodile. But that's not the case. It's the friendliest crocodile you could ever meet. Woo! Wow. It's the friendliest crocodile you could ever meet. So what are you going to do? Base your experience of the other crocodiles and apply prejudice to this crocodile? Or are you going to be like, you know what, that's my previous experience of that crocodile or of those crocodiles. Let me go and see what this crocodile is about. Let me go and submerge myself into this water. I need to find out they are different. So I'm getting like big Aquarius energy, like this fox isn't your person, but the crocodile is your person. These are the normal people, and these are the quirky, outlandish people. You know, so it's like maybe you're finding your people in the most unlikeliest places in the year 20, or in the first 6 months of 2026. Like, they aren't who you thought you would be interested in, but you know, here we are. You know, life takes us where we are not expecting it to go, you know, and you're finding your community, especially because it's the 10 of crystals, the 10 of pentacles. So yeah, pay attention to that. It's like you are laying your old life to rest and welcoming in a new cycle. Yeah, because rats, I read the word hole, but no, holes can be circular. This wreath, however you say it, is circular. We have two moons, which is which are two full circles. It's like you're making a full circle, doing a whole 180 in the first 6 months of 2026. Ooh, no wonder I said in the beginning of your reading, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down, because I feel like those messages went all over the place. I was trying my best to dissect those messages for you, but I've really, really enjoyed that group one. I feel pumped up. I feel energized by your group. I hope these messages made sense for you and you can incorporate that into your first 6 months of 2026. Yeah, I'm excited for you. All right, yes, that's what I'm seeing for you, group one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, group two. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your first half of the 2026 guidance reading. And thanks to Divine Angel 7742 for requesting this reading from your love life in 2026 reading, I think it was. I'm excited to get into this because group one's reading was full of messages that were hard to decipher, but we got there in the end, and I'm very excited to see if I get challenging messages again for group two, for you, group two. Yeah, so let's see. I have written down some messages for your group. I haven't done that in a while, so I'm bringing that back. I felt called to do it. So if you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So group two, I saw a hand reach out and grab my/your arm and started marching forward. Do you want to/need to be guided? Are you reaching out for the right guide? Are you being led astray? So many questions. Ooh. Because it's can be so easy for anyone to reach out to you and grab your arm and take you where they want to go. Oh, that's a message from group 1 is popping up right now. So someone's advice and someone's guidance won't necessarily always be good for you, because when somebody gives you advice, they're basing it based on what they would do, what's good for them. It's their own projection, and they're not looking at your full situation and telling you information that will be best for you and your temperament and whatever. So it's important that once somebody grabs your arm, so to speak, and leads you forward, ask yourself the question, do I want to be led by you? Do you always consistently offer great guidance? Did I ask for help? Do I even want to be guided right now? Do I want to follow my own guidance right now? Because, people can reach out and offer you unsolicited advice, and that advice is the worst advice, because they don't know your situation. They're just seeing half of the situation or the minimal parts of the situation, and it's like 1 plus 1 is 100 to them. But do you even want that unsolicited advice? Is the question, group 2, What do group 2 need to know for their first half of 2026? What guidance can you give them? What do we need to know? What do we need to find out? Because I'm gonna get you. So we have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, it's all about your confidence. It's all about the energy that you project. Well, it's not even project. It's all about your internal energy casting out onto the outside world. So it's all about your confidence. You're feeling very, very confident and very comfortable in your own energy, and very comfortable to make decisions based on what you want and not what everyone else expects of you, because you are very independent. Yeah, independence is important to you, just like group 1. Is group 1 for you? Maybe. Oh, 9 of Wands from group 1. The Empress. I mentioned the Empress in group 1. And guys, oh my God, stop it. Wow. I am mind blown right now. So the 9 of Wands came out in group 1. I mentioned the Empress when I saw the love card, and I mentioned the Emperor when I saw the protection card as well. So group 1 is definitely for you. Should I put them back and then should I reshuffle? I think I should. Yeah, the vibe is saying I should do that. Okay. Wow, I love that. That's crazy. If it comes out again, or if they come back out again, we'll read into them. I love reading tarot, guys. I feel like I'm meant to do this. So what are you meant to do in the year 2026? Your path is opening up to you. Your life purpose or your soul's purpose, whatever purpose is popping up for you in 2026. Whew. Wow. The 5 of Cups. We have the Hierophant and the Emperor. Okay. You need to surround yourself with the right mentors, or just the right people overall in the year 2026, or the first half of 2026, or no, the whole of 2026, because this is a very big message here. Like, the guidance that you receive can really set the tone for how you feel, because someone could say something and give you the total wrong advice, and then it can make you feel like you're in regret, and like you feel like you are ashamed of following that advice because it led you down the wrong path. But if you take advice, guidance from the Hierophant, from the Emperor, from the Queen of Wands sort of energy, they know what they're doing, they have experience, they are consistently showing themselves to be a trustworthy person, then why wouldn't you take their advice? Why wouldn't you stand in front of them even in your shame, in your regret, for their guidance, so that you can up level in life? Because I am getting like an up level. Maybe you are the Five of Cups right now, in the Five of Cups energy right now, where you regret certain decisions, you regret what you've done, you regret that you have missed the boat because she's near a body of water, and it's like the boat has gone past, and oh, I feel so sad that I have missed this experience. I feel so sad that everyone's going to live their best life and I'm stuck here. Like, what's next for me? And it's like you have to pull yourself out of that by maybe even going to counseling, maybe even getting a life coach, maybe even finding a community that really inspires you, that really helps you stand up tall. Before I started shuffling, I was seeing the Five of Pentacles beneath the Queen of Wands, which is all about feeling like you aren't getting what you need, feeling like you've made wrong decisions in your life, and now you are here, but I could have been there. But it's all about trying to find your way out of that thought process and into the Emperor and the Queen of Wands energy, where you are sitting in your own energy, proud, loud and proud, feeling like you are in your own authority. Like, I don't regret a thing. I made that decision, or I was late for the boat by a few seconds because that boat wasn't meant for me. I wasn't meant to experience that boat experience. I was meant to do this instead. So I'm going to do it, and I'm going to step into the best version of myself. You know, some things we miss out on are I hate when people say that, actually. Like, oh, this happened for a reason. People just say that because maybe it worked out for them. Maybe they don't know what else to say that is helpful, so they just say these generic sayings just so that you would feel better, but you don't feel better. It made you feel like, get away from me, you know. You will begin to realize that you missed that boat because I get to, I don't know, own my own business, something like that instead. Whereas if I was on that boat, I wouldn't have had this idea for this business that I wanted to create. If you were on the boat, maybe you wouldn't have had the resources like a notepad and a pen to write down these ideas you had. So you missed that boat for this particular reason. So when you miss a boat, when you miss an experience, when you miss out on saying goodbye, I don't know, to someone, then it inspires you to do something else. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's go into the next cards. So we have, what guidance do we have for group 2 for the first half of 2026? I love shuffling these cards They are my favorite cards to shuffle. Okay. Guidance for group 2. The Knight of Crystals. We have the 10 of Feathers at the bottom of the deck. And then we have the 10, well, everything is fine, which is the 10 of Swords, which is the 10 of Feathers. Ooh. But I feel like this one, because I didn't feel like reading into this one, because it's not meant for you. Yeah, you missed the boat because it's not meant for you. This 10 of Swords is not meant for you. But this 10 of Feathers is meant for you. So... and I feel like the message of this 10 of Swords with the snake is going to be more positive than the 10 of Swords beneath the Queen of Wands. So with the 10 of Feathers, you will be shifting and shedding a lot over the next 6 months. It's like you will be shedding from this perspective where you're very young and naive. I'm getting a naive energy from the 5 of Cups. But then you'll be transforming into a very wise and capable person over the next 6 months. Because you have learned from this missing the boat situation that not all missed opportunities are missed opportunities after all. I can make lemons into lemonade. Like Andy Milonakis, when life gives me lemons, I make beef stew. Like you're creating a whole recipe from that missed opportunity. I mentioned Andy Milonakis in another reading, I can't remember which one, but I feel like big references from my other readings are coming up. So watch all my videos if you like. They're always there. The snake isn't always a bad thing. I feel like a snake gets a bad rap. Like, yes, they can be poisonous. Not all snakes are poisonous. Yes, they are long and creepy and scary. Yes, they might hurt you. But isn't that with all animals? Isn't that with a cat, with a dog, with an elephant, with a lion, with... At least you know what you're getting with them. But with some people, you never know because they can be two-faced. That takes me back to, I saw a hand reaching out to grab your arm and start marching forward. You can't trust everyone's guidance. But then when you're around a snake, a cat, a dog, an elephant, you know what to expect because they are animals and they will do what's in their nature. But then we don't know what's everyone's motives. It's like, what are people's motives in the first half of 2026? Maybe you'll be questioning people's motives. That's an important thing to do. Questioning people's words, questioning people's advice, questioning. It's important to be inquisitive. You know what you're getting with the snake. You're either going to get bitten, you're either going to get them wrapped around your body. You know what you're getting with the cat. You're either going to get hugs, you're either going to get a scratch, a bite. You know what you're going to get with a lion. There's a lion on her throne. So... yeah. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition. Oh, I haven't even gotten to these cards. Yeah, trust your instincts and your intuition is what I'm getting there. And then we have the Knight of Crystals, endurance, determination. And the Shadow, self-empowerment, ambition. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. Because you're working so much on yourself. It's like you're shedding old versions of yourself that was naive, that believed everything that you heard back in the day from parents, from society, from school, from your workplace, from these different various places. But you are growing into your own authority over the next 6 months. And what's important is that you lean into it. You lean into yourself. You lean into the change. You lean into the shedding of the skin. It can feel like you are going through a dark night of the soul. It could feel like you're going through the most, like you're letting go of everything that is no longer worth sticking with you or being with you. Like, yes, you will still have those past versions of yourself, because we can never run away from them. We can never remove those parts of ourselves from ourselves. We can only integrate the past version of ourselves to who we are now and who we are becoming. And that's a wonderful thing to experience. It's kind of like a interesting construct because we are moving as people, we are evolving and growing as people, and we aren't who we used to be. Yet when we go home to our childhood homes, our mums kind of reference who we used to be, and we've outgrown that person. And it's like, how do we navigate through that conversation? Because she can't see how you've evolved, how you aren't that person anymore. But then some people, they refuse to meet you where you are now and where you're going, because they find comfort in who you used to be. That's their comfort zone, where they knew you. It's kind of like when you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. And it's like you go through different phases of self with this person, and your person has to relearn who you are at each phase of your life. And if they can't keep up with those changes, with those evolutionary cycles, what's bound to happen is that it will cause friction and it will cause resentment, because, you know, what I liked yesterday isn't what I like today. Yet you're basing who I was with who I am now. It's kind of insulting, right? It's like they don't know you, because if you refuse to get to know the new you, and then they say, oh, I wish you were who you used to be. I miss that person. So then that means they're uncomfortable with their own growth. They want to remain the same. And it's important that you aren't around people who want to remain the same, because then they want you to remain the same. They are remaining the same as they ever were. And you can't involve yourself with those types of people, because they will keep you back. You want to grow and evolve and be the person you are meant to become. Okay, let's go over to your oracle cards. This is juicy. Oh my God. We have self-regulation. We have abundance and boundaries. You have to set boundaries with people, because if you keep receiving unsolicited advice, then you'll just feel the irritation keep rising within you. Why do you want to keep experiencing these irritations, annoyances, when you could just implement boundaries and be on your merry way? Oh, let me go to the example of group one. Group one is for you. So I mentioned in group one, you brought a brown bag and you love that brown bag. You want to keep it, but you thought, oh, let me go and ask my sister for advice about this bag. What does she think about this bag? Does she like it as much as I do? And then your sister says, oh, I absolutely hate that bag. That color's awful. Why did you buy that bag? And then you end up second guessing yourself, thinking, oh, she doesn't like this bag. Does it look awful on me? Does the color look bad on me? And then you take it back to the shop because it's like, yeah, no, I don't like it anymore. Whereas if you had boundaries with your sister and with yourself, and you say to yourself, oh, I love this brown bag. I'm keeping it. I don't need anyone's advice. And then your sister comes in from the other room and she says, oh, you have a new bag. And then you say, yes, I'm keeping it. I really like the color. And then she says, oh, but no. Then you say, I'm keeping it. I don't need any advice. I'm okay. That is a boundary. And if somebody keeps trying to assert their opinion onto you like this bull in a china shop, then that means they aren't understanding you. They don't respect you in the way that you need to be respected. It means that this person, they struggle with boundaries. They struggle with hearing what's being said. They struggle with holding back, I guess. And is that kind of person who you want in your life? I don't know, take it as it resonates. But you want to be around people who sees a boundary and thinks, oh, look, there's a boundary. I'm not going to cross this boundary because it's there for a reason. Or are you going to be around people who sees a boundary and is like, oh, this boundary is only a suggestion. I'm going to do all I can to cross this boundary because I can. Yeah. Let's go over to your last cards. We have basket recognition, reward for merit. Feather, someone you know is undependable and sincere. Chain of events that will affect your life. Happiness. This Five of Cups, this person that missed the boat set off a chain of events that leads to being in their own authority. Whereas if she didn't miss the boat, she would have been the same as she always would have been, that same naive person that lacks boundaries and doesn't focus on what they really truly need in this life. So when you miss out on something, trust that this sets off a chain of events that leads to happiness. It's like this feather, it's like a sign. Like once you miss that boat, and if you have your head down, feeling like, oh, I've missed the boat, I'm so upset, I can't go on anymore. If you're like that, then you will miss out on these little crumbs that will lead you to better, because you would have had a mediocre experience on that boat. Let me tell you, it wouldn't have been amazing. It would not have been. It's important that you follow the breadcrumbs. It would lead you to your happiness. Ooh, the way the messages are coming out today, group 2, it's very, very different. They don't usually come out like this. This is new. But anyway, that is what I'm seeing for you, group 2. I had a blast. I had a whale of a time reading for you. Oh my god. Anyway, yeah. So let me reread these messages and that will be the end of your reading. So group 2, I saw a hand reach out, grab my/your arm and started marching forward. Do you want to/need to be guided? Are you reaching out for the right guide? Are you being led astray? Yes, that is what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Very juicy. So you are going through an up-leveling. you are moving, you need to incorporate boundaries and see who crosses your boundaries repeatedly. Are they worth it? Are they worth it? Did I sing that in group 1? Group 1 is for you. Group 2. All right. Yeah, so that is what I'm seeing for you, group 2. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, group 3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for watching. So these are your messages for the first half of 2026 and guidance. And thanks to Divine Angel 7742 for requesting this reading in the Your Love Life in 2026 reading. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this reading, group 3, because group 1 and group 2, I don't know why the messages were coming out the way they were, but they were coming out nonetheless, and I'm here for it. Okay, so I'm very excited to see what comes out for you. I love reading tarot. It's great. So here are your messages. If you don't resonate with these messages, continue watching with your cards. So group 3, something feels off, because while I was shuffling, while I was writing, the cards just felt off. And I needed to shuffle them in a different way, but it still felt off. But anyway, let me go back to the messages. So something feels off. You don't know what it is. So you need to go over yourself/life with the fine-tooth comb. Even still, it doesn't feel right. It's not the issue of reaching out to find the problem. The problem will announce itself when it's good and ready. It's brewing beneath the surface. Are you willing to sit with it until it shows its face? So as I was reading the message, I feel like a burp wants to come up. Oh. But like I was kind of blocking it because I was trying to get through the messages. So, something wants something wants to come up, but we don't know what it is, because it's not meant to have a name just yet. It's not meant to be seen just yet. It's not meant to have any a face or any features just yet. It's about biding your time. It's having it's about trusting that whatever it is that wants to show itself will show itself when it's good and ready, and not before. And it's like trusting your own life experiences and seeing that I was patient at this time in my life, or I was impatient at this time in my life. And with that impatience, I rushed something and I made big mistakes. And then on another time of my life, I was patient with this thing and I allowed it to coax itself out naturally, or I allowed it to reveal itself naturally. And it landed better in my life. So don't force something to happen in the first half of 2026. Whew, girl. Anyway, so what do we have for group 3 for the first half of 2026? Guys, I feel in awe of tarot right now. From what I experienced from group 1 going into group 2. I feel like I'm meant to be reading tarot. I've felt like this for a very long time anyway, but how can you just not love tarot, and how can you not just be so into it, so engrossed into it, and not feel like you're meant to do it? Oh, guys. But anyway, let's go into your reading. This is not about me. It's about you. Group 3. I feel so in awe right now. Anyway. Group 3. We have the 4 of Cups. So a burp and a yawn, like I don't even feel tired. I feel like I have a lot of energy. So it's important not to hold in anything. It's important not to hold down anything. Anything that wants to come up should come up. And don't judge it. Don't look at it sideways, just allow it to come up. So whether that be shadow work, like you're doing some shadow work and then something comes up and then it's like, no, I didn't want this thing to come up. Don't cast prejudice over something because you don't want it to be there, because you're not ready to see it yet, or because this or because of that reason. You know, it's all about when something comes up, don't overlook it. Don't be like, oh, I'm so over this, like it says on her hoodie. I'm so over it. I don't want it. Don't want to have it. Why is it like this? But it's there for a reason. We had the Eight of Pentacles, but it came out reversed. Do I want to read it? Okay, yes. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, the Hermit in reverse. And the King of Swords. Something just ain't working anymore. Something just is not working out anymore. Or something isn't going in the way that you want it to go. And it can be kind of frustrating. And this is why you're in the Four of Cups energy. You see, I'm randomly coughing, burping, and things like that. You need to let something go. Maybe something that you've worked so hard on for so long just isn't cutting it anymore. It's not going in the way that you expected it to go in, or it's not looking the way that you want it to look. It's just so it's not doing it for you. I just feel very, how do I feel? You know, when someone's telling you something and you're just not interested and you do this random smile just to feign interest, yet they keep talking and talking and talking, and you're like, this conversation is so uninteresting, it's not going anywhere, I want to leave this situation right now. But that will be very rude. I can't just stand up and walk away, can I? But you can. When you're not interested in the work that you're doing, when you feel like you have reached dissatisfaction in something, you can easily just get up and walk away and start something new. Just think of it as experience. Think of it as, you know, I could have stopped this a long time ago, but I feared that if I would have walked away, maybe I would have been seen as a failure. If I would have walked away, then I would have failed. If I would have walked away, then I would have done all this for nothing. But it is for something, group 3. You know, you set your sights on something. You decided that you wanted to work on something. And in that act of, I am deciding to do this, that is you betting on yourself. That is you listening to yourself and what you want for yourself. But then it's okay if that thing that we wanted isn't what we want anymore. It's okay if that thing isn't turning out as you expected it, how you first thought. It's okay. We're not meant to keep going at everything. Maybe you think you're not good at it, but that's okay. You tried. At least you tried. Maybe let's try something else. It's important not to judge yourself over the first half of 2026. Don't judge yourself. Just notice that this thing is happening and make an informed decision, because you're clear-headed. You know what needs to be done, and just do it. Don't linger in places that you don't want to linger in, or you don't want to be in. Don't linger on a decision because you fear about how things will change. Don't linger around people just because they're there. don't linger. That is the main message here for the first 6 months of the year. Yep. Okay. There was no complicated message there like with group 1 and 2. Oh, it just is what it is. Yeah, exactly. It just is what it is. I tried and it just didn't work out. I came, I saw, I conquered, and then I left. Not everything needs to be a big deal, group 3. Not everything needs to be a big song and dance. It just is what it is. Wow. Okay, then we have the 6 of Acorns. The sheer act, or the mere act, the sheer act of you trying is something to be celebrated. It's something worth celebrating. It's like if you've always wanted to be a dancer, or you've always wanted to try and learn a dance routine, and then you go to a dance class and then you start dancing the dance routine, and then you just suddenly become uninterested because it's just so uninteresting. Like, I didn't know that this dance routine would be this boring. You can leave the dance class and think to yourself, I tried it and I didn't enjoy it, but that's fine because I tried it anyway. It's important to try different things in order to find what you are good at, or to find what you actually like, or to find what you want to do in this life. It's okay to have your hands in many pies. It's okay to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. Because who says that we need to master absolutely everything? Yeah, exactly. So we have the Moon, imagination, perception, and the Ace of Feathers. So we have clarity and we have the in-between, we'll say. What are you attached to, group 3? Because finding out what you are attached to can help you move forward or move on quicker from a project, from a person, from a job, from this, that, the other, because this could signify attachment and comfort. And then we have the Ace of Feathers, which is all about freedom. So it's important to free yourself from these attachments that you have, because it's kind of holding you back. You've been at this thing that you've been wanting to let go of for so long. Ask yourself, have you become attached to it? Have you over-identified with it? It's about untangling yourself from it and saying it's okay to not want it anymore. Because yes, you were comfortable in it. You were comfortable in the discomfort. But now it's just time to move on. Let's celebrate the fact that I did it and then move on to the next thing. That's what you need to be doing in the first 6 months of 2026. Straightforward. And then we have truth. What is your truth? And go for it. Just do it. Whatever you have your mind set on to do, whatever you want to do, you can do it. You can do whatever you want. You don't need to stay stuck here. Just do it. What have you always wanted to do? Do that. Are you reaching for the stars? So what? Just do it. Who cares if you're reaching for the stars? Why is that why is that anyone else's business but your own? Other people don't have your ambition, your vision, your knowledge. So why Why shouldn't you go after what you want? Why shouldn't you be a jack of all trades and a master of none? Reach for the moon. If you fall off from the moon, you will land on the stars, is the message I'm getting. Because it's your truth. This is what you want, so you're going to get it, and that's your truth. It's also your truth that you tried something in the past and you didn't want it anymore, or it didn't work out. That's fine. Stand in your truth. As long as you know who you are, as long as you know your truth, then that's all that matters. No one else matters in the first 6 months. Ooh. Okay, and then let's go over to your last cards. We have Bear, Danger, especially in money matters. Where have you become too comfortable? Where have you become too comfortable? Lily, Spiritual Love. Mountain Road, you are on the road to success. Fair Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, grey or white hair. And Dog Barking, advice from a friend. Again, the message, maybe it's just a collective message. The message of unsolicited advice is coming up. Maybe someone, or maybe your mother, someone who's a motherly figure or a woman. Ooh. There we go, another burp. Something wants to come up or come out of your life. Something wants to leave your life, but maybe you've been holding on to it for too long. But anyway, maybe your mother or your motherly figure is giving you bad advice by saying, you need to stay here. You need to stay in this job because it's stable, because, you know, it's this, it's that. Or you need to stay in this relationship because it's stable, because it's this, because it's that. But your mother doesn't know what you are dealing with on a daily basis with this. You've outgrown it. You don't need it anymore. You've experienced it, so it's time to move on. And when you move on, you'll see that there are many other things that you could be doing that can make you feel successful. So if you need advice, get advice from a friend you know is consistent with good advice, who is always there for you, rather than the advice from your mom who says, oh, you should stay even though you're feeling uncomfortable, even though you've outgrown it, even though you don't want to be there anymore. It's fine. It's fine. Because that's what she would do. Because very often people will give you advice based on what they would do, based on their own current situation, based on their own projections. And that is not what we want to do as a collective of group 1, group 2, group 3. Okay, when you're over it, you're over it. And no one can talk you out of being over it. Once you're done, you're done. Get up and walk away. Because that's fine. That's okay. It is what it is. I'm just getting a very much of a, yeah. It is what it is. I'm just moving on. It's fine. It's no big deal. That's probably why these messages are coming out short and sweet and not long-winded like group 1 and 2. Even though I loved group 1 and 2, I like the short and succinct kind of message too. You know, we could love all different versions of something. It doesn't mean we have to stick to it because it's not for us anymore. We've outgrown it. So that is what I'm seeing for your group 3. Wow, very short and sweet, to the point. All right, so yeah, so that is what I'm seeing. I'll reread these messages and then that will be the end of your reading. So group 3, something feels off. You don't know what it is, so you need to go over yourself/life with a fine-tooth comb. Even still, it doesn't feel right. It's not the issue of reaching out to find the problem. The problem will announce itself when it's good and ready. It's brewing beneath the surface. Are you willing to sit with it until it shows its face? Amazing. Right, yeah. So that is what I'm seeing for your group 3. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.